Welcome to Smart Stock Watch, your go-to channel for in-depth financial analysis. Today is October 29th, 2025, and we're diving into the latest earnings report from American Electric Power, a leading utility company in the United States. Joining us is John, our senior analyst from Smart Stock Watch. John, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to discuss AEP's performance, especially given their significant capital plans and growth projections. And with Smallid,
Revenue and profitability overview. Let's start with the top line. AEP reported a revenue of $6.01 billion for the third quarter of 2025, which is a notable increase from last year. John, can you break down these numbers for us?
absolutely. AEP's revenue grew by $590.3 million year over year, reaching $6.01 billion. This growth is primarily driven by increased demand from large load customers, including data centers and industrials. The GAAP earnings per share came in at $1.82, while the operating earnings per share were slightly lower at $1.80, reflecting some adjustments for non-recurring items.
And how does this compare to the previous year?
In the third quarter of 2024, AEP reported GAAP earnings of $1.80 per share, so there's a slight increase this year. However, the operating earnings per share decreased from $1.85 to $1.80, indicating some challenges in maintaining operating margins.
EPS forecast and analyst expectations. Now, let's talk about the earnings per share. Analysts were forecasting an EPS of $1.81 based on a survey of 4 analysts. How did AEP perform against these expectations?
AEP's operating earnings per share came in at $1.80, just shy of the forecasted in 81. While it's a slight miss, the company has reaffirmed its full-year operating earnings guidance, expecting results in the upper half of the $5.75 to $5.95 range. This suggests confidence in their ongoing operations and future performance.
That's interesting. So despite the slight miss, the outlook remains positive.
Yes, the reaffirmation of guidance indicates that AEP is optimistic about meeting its targets, driven by their robust capital plan and expected growth in their rate base.
Strategic initiatives and capital plan. John, AEP has announced a massive $72 billion capital plan. Can you elaborate on their strategic initiatives and how they plan to achieve this growth?
Certainly. AEP's capital plan is one of the largest in the industry, aimed at supporting a 7 to 9% long-term operating earnings growth rate through 2030. They're focusing heavily on infrastructure, with $30 billion earmarked for transmission assets. This is crucial as they anticipate their peak system demand to surge to 65 gigawatts by 2030, up from the current 37 gigawatts.
That's a significant increase. How is AEP planning to manage this growth effectively?
They're leveraging their scale as one of the largest utilities, focusing on cost management and implementing new tariff structures to ensure affordability. Additionally, they're investing in generation resources and distribution networks to meet the growing demands of their customers.
CEO insights and future outlook. Let's discuss the insights from AEP's leadership. What did CEO Bill Fairman have to say about the company's future prospects?
Bill Fairman emphasized the company's commitment to meeting customer demand, with 28 gigawatts of new load backed by agreements. He highlighted the importance of their infrastructure investments and the role of their transmission network in securing reliable power delivery. AEP expects their operating earnings per share to grow at a 9% compounded annual rate over the next 5 years, with 2026 guidance set between $6.15 and $6.45 per share.
It sounds like AEP is positioning itself well for the future.
Indeed, their strategic focus on infrastructure and customer commitments is setting a strong foundation for sustained growth and profitability.
Key takeaways. As we wrap up, let's summarize AEP's performance and investment prospects. John, what are the key takeaways from this report?
AEP reported strong revenue growth to $6.1 billion, with operating EPS slightly below forecast at $1.80. Their ambitious $72 billion capital plan supports a 7 and 9% long-term growth rate driven by infrastructure investments and customer demand. Overall, AEP is well-positioned for future growth.
Thank you, John, for your insights. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in. If you found this analysis helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Smart Stock Watch. We'd love to hear your thoughts on AEP's performance in the comments below.